Sonor family, Jules here on a Friday morning. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you've got a good weekend on tap. I wish the rain would let up here. I remember years and years ago we had a drought. Everybody was having to dig their wells deeper, and I'll tell you what, we're nowhere near that now. We've had incessant rain for so long, and I'm ready to see some blue skies for a while. Don't know when that's going to happen. But speaking of things happening, what's happening lately? Well, the AQ2s have landed. After seeing them in person in Nashville, I really got a lot more excited about them. Not that I'm in the market to get one. For reasons I've already explained several times before, not being a collector and turning over gear too much, I will not be buying one. But if you want to have a look, if you are within driving distance of Atlanta, Georgia, Mike at Atlanta Drum Shop got six of these things. He's got one on the floor and one to show and five to go. So even if you don't want to look at it first, even if you've seen enough pictures and videos already, you just want to pull the trigger and get it. Get in touch with Mike. Let him know that I sent you. I think there's going to be a little something extra there that he can do for you on that. Just let him know that you saw this, and I said to contact him directly and see what he can get going for you there. I think you're going to be happy with him, with the drum set, and the deal. Just keep that in mind. So, what else is going on? Well, Glockenspiels landed, and I didn't even know they were coming, and they're an Orff item, I think. So, not all the dealers are going to have one. But here's what that thing looks like. And really, for the money, it's a cool little thing. I bought my daughter one years ago, and if you know, Sonor is very particular about everything they make, and so they hand tune each one of these plates or whatever you call them, and so this thing's in perfect pitch. Plus, this is the limited edition item. If you just want something to throw in the closet, not open and all that, this might be a good thing. If you've got a child or a grandchild that might enjoy this, still not an expensive purchase. Buy one for the hell of it. If you don't have another good reason to do that. Unfortunately, my friends at Atlanta Drum Shop don't seem to have access to this. They did have a look, and the last word I got was they did not. And if they did, they would be getting me at least one or two of them. So anyway, what else is going on? Well, I'm very excited. I've got something scheduled for Monday at noon, and if it happens, and I'm not assuming it won't, but things do happen. And as I keep stating, these Sonor endorsers, I'm not paying them for this. There's no budget for me to pay anybody. And so they're doing it out of kindness of their heart, or some of them actually want to be a part of the channel. We've gotten to that point now where I actually have people contacting me wanting to do this stuff. Now, the one I've got in works for Monday, I did initiate contact, but he seems, he's willing and interested in all that. So we may have a bonus coffee with Jules Wednesday. My plan is if we get this thing done Monday as planned, I would like to do a quick turnaround and have it out to you Saturday. This is going to be a pretty big one. I'm not going to say too much because it wouldn't be too hard to figure out who it is. But this would be a real feather in my cap, and the only one I could ever imagine doing that would be a personal, a personal step beyond this would be Phil Rudd. And the last few times I've seen him interviewed, his voice was very relaxed and very deep, and I don't think I would be able to understand him if I got to work out an interview. And it would be very embarrassing for me to have somebody repeat themselves five or six times. But I've been shut down on all my efforts to reach him anyway. Quick recap: back in 2014, Karl Heinz Menzel was trying to help me get in touch with Mr. Rudd. I was wanting to actually fly to New Zealand, eat at Phil's Place restaurant, and meet with him there one on one and do an interview. Unfortunate circumstances happened that didn't occur. So this particular interview that I do have slated for Monday is another one that I was working on back in 2014, and this would be a big one. So just keep your fingers crossed that this happens. Um, if it does, the plan is to do some deep dives into some areas of conversation that may not have ever been touched on before. So, keeping in mind this is a Sonar gear channel, we're not here to talk about rudiments. We're not here to talk about techniques, album sales, tours. We're here to talk about the Sonar gear, the hows, the whys, the wins, you know, and and anything in the interim that might have changed, nearly changed, or whatever. And I'm not speaking specifically to this person. This is just in general. I always like to know things like, you know, for a long-term endorser, like to know things like, well, did you ever consider making a change? If you hadn't found Sonar when you did, do you think you would have gotten tied up with another company that you would have run long term with? Things like that. So this interview, if it happens, will not be your standard interview with this guy, and I am extremely excited about it. I think it's going to be great in general. I think it's going to be great for the channel, building followers and all that. I need you to hit the subscribe button, folks. I really and truly, please subscribe. Please like the videos that you like. Hit the bell if you want to know when new stuff comes out. Mondays and Fridays, it's Coffee with Jules. Saturdays, when there's a new interview, Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time in the United States is when that comes out. Supposed to be doing Kid of the Week on Wednesdays, not having any contributions on that yet. And I'll take the blame for that. Haven't really been that aggressive about getting that going. Kind of in a rut. I mean, I'll just be honest with you, kind of in a rut about a few things, and I need to get motivated. So anyway, that's where we are with all that. And the SQ2 set, excuse me, the SQ1 set that I have in Cruiser Blue is for sale. 12, 13, 16, 18, 22. Got a great price on those. Got a potential buyer in mind for that. And anyway, I've had them for a little while. If you know me, I got, get other things in my sights. And so been kind of playing around on the SQ2 configurator and, you know, not sure what the next step's going to be, but just kind of lining some things up ahead of time. If you're interested in coming by, if you want to come to South Georgia and play the SQ1s, you can do that. I'll let you play that Artist Bronze while you're at it and get your take on that. If you want to buy it, you can buy it. The SQ1s, not the bronze. Plus I got other stuff to look at and show you anyways. If you ever want to just stop by and hang out, by all means, send me a message, send me an email to drummandstage@gmail.com. Sign up for the forum. I think I'm fixed to start trying to make the forum more of a centralized location, like maybe make the interviews and all that available directly through the forum quicker than directly through YouTube. And I don't know how to pull that off if it's even doable, but anyway, really want to force some traffic over there because that's going to be a great thing. Already off to a really good start. If you haven't signed up for that, it's drummandstage.com/forum, FORUM, obviously. So tomorrow we've got Sonor Talk with Jonas Stegner. Jonas is the son of Gerd Stegner, who founded ST Drums in 1995. So this year's their 30th anniversary. We're going to talk with Jonas a little bit about the history of ST Drums, how it got started, his part in it as he started growing up and doing some things, and what they're doing now, and what their plans are for the future and all that. And so for a lot of us guys that that have been around online for a while and ordered, had to repair Sonar stuff, buy parts or whatever. ST Drums is a pretty known company to us, and it was really nice to get to do this interview. And Jonas is just a super nice guy, and you're really going to enjoy that. And so be sure to watch that. It comes out at 4 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time in the United States. So just hang in there, and we'll talk to you soon.